Welcome back to the channel, folks. Thank you for watching. And I decided to give my GoPro a little workout here before I forget how to use it. But before I can start sanding these corners right here, I needed to come out and fill in all these screw holes with the epoxy. Just need to ferret that out, level it out, and it just makes for a lot less work later on. So we're just going to wait for that epoxy to dry, and then we're going to crank up the power sander and get after it. All right, folks, I will see you in the next segment. And good morning, I'm back. And as you can see, I've got a little bit of a head start on the sanding right there, but that kind of gives you a general idea of what I'm going for. And like I've mentioned many times in the past, you have to round these edges over. You can't have sharp corners like this. Fiberglass will not adhere very well to sharp corners. You'll get air bubbles underneath it. Hey, what's up? And so like I said, you have to round these corners over. And, same thing, where you have a corner like this, you've got to round it down. So that's what I'm going to be working on this morning. And I'm not going to record the entire process. I'm just going to kind of do bits and pieces. I think you get the general idea of what I'm trying to do here. All right, I'll be back here momentarily. Alright everybody, so from this point I'll have to finish everything up by hand. I have one edge right here I'm just not going to be able to get to with the power sander. It's just that corner right there is too tight. I'll have to get in there with a piece of sandpaper, and just like I said, I'll have to get that one by hand. And also at these intersections right here where you see my thumb, I'm just going to take a piece of sandpaper, I'm going to round those over by hand. Same right here and over here, which basically what we want to do is just get rid of those little points right there and just round those over like I've got up here. So really there's not much more to see. All I need to do now is make that side look like that side. and I will show you that when it's done. Catch you in the next segment. All right then, we are done. Got all these corners rounded off, and it is dark. It is 9 o'clock at night. Garage doors closed down too, so the only light in here is the light on the ceiling. I know it's kind of hard to see, but everything is nice and smooth and round. And all that remains now, I've got to pull some fillet beads in these seams right here in these corners where I'm running my finger, and I'm going to use the wood flour for that. And I've got to pull a bead here. That's right down the side of the boat there. And once I get those sanded out, guess what, folks? We're ready for fiberglass. Oops. Also got to pull some the wood flour down in here too, that wood flour epoxy. I'm going to put a fillet bead in here, but we get it all at one time when we get ready to do that. I will hopefully get to that sometime tomorrow, and then once that's done, like I said, we're ready to start fiberglassing, and I really need to get this thing fiberglassed. So that's it. I'm trying to decide whether to wrap this video up or maybe include one more segment. I think I'll include one more segment, and that'll be where I get these corners filled in and sanded, and then we'll wrap it up, because at that point in time we'll be done with the float pods, and we'll be moving on to fiberglass. But as you can see, corners are nice and round now. Everything's nice and smooth. And with that, I shall call it a night. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next segment, folks. Well, all right. We started this video on the GoPro. Let's finish it on the GoPro. So as you can see right there, I've got all my fillet beads pulled now, all the way across the back side, and I used a cut up credit card right there to pull that one. I wanted a nice smooth wide transition from the bottom of the boat to the bottom of the float pod right here. And also pulled my fillet bead on this little decorative piece right here. I keep calling it that, but let's see, we got a little excess right there. Yeah, I may have to come back and run a little bit more right here in this radius. I'll see how it looks after I sand it out. But that's it. We've got everything filled out and got all the radiuses nice and smooth. And once I sand all that out, then we'll be ready to start the fiberglass. And step one on the fiberglass will be to put the 4-inch wide fiberglass tape on all the corners, starting up here at the top corner all the way down. And that's the fiberglass tape right there that I'll be using to start this job. And then we'll lay out the sheets of fiberglass cloth. All right, folks, that's it. I'm done. That will be a good stopping point for this video. Thank you for watching. God bless you. And in all things, to God be the glory.